This is the pile of waterlogged pine that my son Josh brought over the other night. And he was so mad that it was waterlogged and not 100% pure resonated fatwood that he didn't even want to play with it. So it's sitting in my garage drying out, and this is some of it that I have already sorted through. And basically what I'm doing is, if I can see the fatwood on it and I scrape it and it burns like fatwood, then I know it's got enough fatwood that it's usable. It's you know, not this fantastically wonderful whatever, but it still is fatwood. And that's what's in this box. This is the stuff I already went through, and I've been scraping it. It burns. It is fatwood. Like I said, doesn't look as great as John Capps or Pine Fire or Fort Erections Bushcraft or any of those, but it is fatwood. And to coin a phrase that I see Michael from Pine Fire use, he would probably call that fatty wood, not fatwood. I like his concept of, he used that in his video the other day, that there was fatty wood and fat wood. And I knew instantly what he meant. There's wood that, like this, that burns and it doesn't look like fatwood, but it is. It has enough resin in it that it makes the black smoke, it snaps, crackles, and pops, but it doesn't look like the good stuff that you see the guys selling on YouTube. So, not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I'm waiting for this to all dry, and I am going to go back through it. But this is his pile, and I certainly wasn't going to get rid of it. It's just going to sit out here and dry out until I can go through it and get rid of it. Clean it up, get the stuff that's really good fatwood, and get rid of the rest. Now today he sent me another pile, and this is the other pile. And again, he said, take it home, you clean it up. He doesn't have the patience for it. For instance, now, one of the things about fatwood is it makes a unique sound. You can tell it's not regular wood. This is, if I can do it, no, I'll put it up here and do it. There's a difference between what the part with the fatwood sounds like and what the plain wood sounds like. So on this end, and you can see it, that is resonated, that's fatwood. But it only goes so far down to about here, and then it appears the rest of it is not good. So now I'm going to cut this in half where I believe the fatwood goes to right about there. Alright, so when I cut it in half, here's the part that has no fatwood. Sounds like a piece of wood. This is the part that sounds like fatwood. Now let me get this crap out of here. And like I said, not really impressive by anybody's standards, but this is fatwood. So let's take a look here. And the fact that it's that hard to scrape is a good indication, again, that that's fatwood. And here's all these little fluffy curls, shavings, whatever. Hopefully that's showing up there. There you go. See it? Light, pale, yellow. Now let's see if I can get that going. And there, oops, there it goes. So yeah, there you go. It doesn't look like anything fancy, but that is fatwood. And almost, if you can get the light behind it, you can see, if that's showing up, you can see the resin in that piece of wood. So that's what I'm doing. I got to sit here and go through all this wood. Here's another piece. Very clearly, that is some awesome fatwood right there. That's from today's pile that he gave me to go through. But he said, like, for instance, down here on these ends, he's afraid that's not fatwood. And like again I said, the only way to tell is to scrape it up and get another light on over here and see if you guys can see this better. And you can tell that by the trouble I'm having scraping it. Whoops. Got the camera going crazy. See if you're still on there. That is obviously fatwood. And the other thing was that was causing us difficulty. The wet wood also doesn't light. There, itty bitty little tiny pile. But so again, that's also fat wood, but it has a lot of other stuff, and that's what he said. He didn't want to mess around with it. So he said to me, you go take care of it. So here's this box. That's a whole box for me to go through. But there it is. That's a nice big solid chunk of fat wood. And there's a piece in here that's really interesting. It's going to take some time getting through it. And this is a huge knot, just a huge. It's going to take some time to get into that. And he said he thought it was rotted because of these soft parts here. That's punky looking. He said, but they burn like crazy. So this is a very heavy, solid chunk. And I said to him, it looks like you got a. He said it looked like a growth on the side of the tree, and he lopped it off. And I said, it almost looks like he got a burl. And here's another one. He said it was growing right off the tree. And you see that? And I want to say that looks like a pine burl. Nothing on the end that looks anything special. Nothing really special in there. But then he lopped off a piece right here, and you can see it. Dead giveaway. It's all shiny, and it's purple. That is some amazing fatwood right here. But look at the thing that it is. It's not a. It's a growth on the branch. So I can't wait to get this cleaned up and see what that actually looks like. But that's a pretty exciting piece, as is this big. This thing is really heavy. That big piece. And it was funny because when I walked to his house today, he had this was laying out in the yard. And I said, why are you throwing fatwood away? And he said, oh, I told the kids to take the scraps and throw it out in the yard. I said, well, they got a little crazy throwing out the scraps because that is some pretty amazing. Let's see if it'll shine through there. There you go. That's some pretty amazing fatwood the kids threw out in the garbage. So you shouldn't have the kids help anymore. But here it is, New York State fatwood. And I'm going to find someone and get it all cleaned up here. And I think there's a couple of people I want to send it to so they can see what New York State fatwood is like. All right, I got a lot of work to do. Catch y'all later.